this morning we're going to be making some potato pancakes. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is wash out our potatoes. Now I am not going to peel the skin of the potato. I'm going to leave the skin on. You can peel it, but I'm going to leave it on just because the skin gives us extra fiber. So I'm going to just wash out the potato properly to clean the skin. We will get started. Guys, so we have washed our potato skins properly. So what we're going to do now is use our grater. We're going to use this part of the grater and we're going to grate our potatoes. Like I said, if you want to peel your potatoes, you can go ahead. I am going to leave my skin on. All right. So we're going to get to grating the potatoes, and what I'm going to do is drop it in some water. All right. So we're just going to be grating like this. All right, so see that's the idea. We're going to be grating our potatoes like that. So let me get to grating all of these and I'll be back. Okay, so we have our grated potatoes here in my water. So what I'm going to do now is go to the sink and drain this off. All right, so I'm going to see if this bowl, if it can fit in this one. Okay, so let's say we used 3 potatoes here. Okay, so we're going to be using 3 eggs in total. Going to add to that. I'm going to put some salt. Let me put 1.5 teaspoons. All right, because potatoes tend to need a lot of salt. Now you can use whatever seasoning blend you wish. I'm going to be using Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning blend to season it. We're going to put some flour in it. I'm using gluten-free flour. So I will be adding a total of 7 tablespoons of flour to this mixture. And I'm also going to be putting some fresh seasonings in it. You know what? I need to get a spoon. Got to give everybody a nice mix. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna use 3 eggs for this. So I would say 1 egg per potato, because I still have to add my seasonings. I'm going to be adding onion, bush basil, seasoning peppers, cayenne pepper. All right, I'll still add another tablespoon of flour. All right, let me start cutting up the vegetables to add to this now. So I'm going to set this aside here. Get our cutting board. And let's start. Okay, so this here is called bush basil. Of course, if you can't get this, then use whatever basil you can get. You could even do sweet basil if you wish. Okay, because you know there are different varieties of basil. All right, I'll just give this a rough chop. That's a rough chop. Okay, let's bring this a little closer. I'm gonna throw that in there. Okay. We're gonna be putting some seasoning peppers. So these are not hot peppers. These are what we call flavoring peppers. Okay. So chop this up here roughly. All right, so we're gonna add this in. Then I have a piece of cayenne pepper here, so I'm also gonna add that in it as well. Okay, so we have cayenne pepper. All right, we're gonna add some onion to it as well. So I want this onion, I'll do from this side. I want it kind of small. So I'm gonna dice it. I also have to get a garlic to add to this. All right, so we're just gonna add the onion. This is a big piece. Just gonna add the onion to it here. This is another big piece. Let's try to get it smaller. So we have the onion. I'm not using all of this. All right, so we're also going to add some chive. You can add spring onions to it as well. All right, let's mix everything now. I'm thinking it looks like 1 egg per potato. So if I use 3 potatoes, then I should use 3 eggs. All right, so let me get another egg, and I think I might add a couple more tablespoons of the flour to help bind everything. All right, let me add a couple more tablespoons of this flour. I still have to mix in the egg properly, but okay, this is definitely holding together much better. And I still want to add some more flour again. So I will add 2 more tablespoons, which will finish off the flour that I had. I forgot to add the garlic. Let's get some garlic. Guys, I'm just going to chop up the garlic now. So I smashed the garlic and then peel off the skin. So when you smash it, it kind of cracks it up. So when you cut, it's easier to chip it. So 2 cloves of garlic. Of course, I mean, you can add more if you want, but I'm just going to add 2 cloves of garlic. All right, so we have our potato batter, so to speak. So now let's head over to the stove so we can cook it. Okay, so I have my hot plate here. I'm going to add a little bit of coconut oil to it. Spread it out. I'm going to get a nice brown color on the one side. I'm going to put it in the oil here a little bit. Before I spin it. Right, I think I'm going to turn it over now. Need to be careful, so I'm going to use the fork to help me. Let's see. There you go. Okay, so we're going to remove our potato pancake now.